Malachi Starks is a very talented safety for the Bulldogs. Just under 6'1", just under 200 pounds, ran a 4.5 flat 40. He plays as the nickel in this defense as well as the high safety. Had an unbelievable interception in the Clemson game.
Intercepted by the All-American Malachi Starks. That is absolutely ridiculous.
You see the athleticism, the ability to locate and high point the football. One of the most impressive interceptions you'll see from this year's draft class. He's very, very aggressive. He trusts his eyes. He sees it, he pulls the trigger, and he goes. Whether it's run or pass, he is not afraid to trust what he sees and go get it. The angles are outstanding in run support. He runs the alley perfectly. He's able to get there in a hurry, and he is a very firm, reliable tackler in space. This is a young player who's played a lot of football at Georgia. Had a few more plays made earlier in his career than he did in his final season, but this is someone, when you talk to coaches that have met with him, intelligent, leader, someone who's an outstanding communicator, who has that versatility to play as a nickel or as a safety. I love that combination of skills and leadership that he possesses, and he should hear his name called in the first round.
Final play of this first half, as it is intercepted. Malachi Starks, the first team All-America.
Derek Harmon is a big defensive tackle for the Ducks at 6'4.5", 313 pounds. Ran an excellent 4.95 at the scouting combine in Indianapolis. This is a very disruptive, upfield, penetrating defensive tackle.
Under pressure, and he gets sacked.
He's got quick hands. He's got quick feet. He sees the game very well. He can locate the ball and make plays. As a pass rusher, he flashes an occasional bull rush where you'll see him jolt and knock back blockers. You'll also see his ability to win with quickness, and that is his primary way to get to the quarterback.
He's looking to throw, but he's not going to get time. Down he goes at the 40, and it's Derek Harmon.
He's able to win on an edge, get upfield, and be very disruptive. Again, the instincts to find the ball, to find the quarterback, outstanding. This is a very productive, disrupting defensive tackle who shows up in every single game you study. Shamar Stewart is an athletic freak for the Aggies. At 6'5", 267 pounds, he ran a ridiculous 4.59 40. This is a very explosive, dynamic player on the edge.
And Jackson fumbles the ball, and it's recovered by Texas A&M. Shamar Stewart.
Shot out of a cannon coming off the edge, and he's just going to meet him right at the mesh point.
The trick with him is trying to sort out the talent, the tools versus the production. He does not have a lot of sack production, but he does have a tremendous amount of pressures, and he does make impact in every single game. He can win right off the snap with his first step quickness, uses his long arms to create separation, and then he can burst and really, really close. The effort is there to finish, just needs to do a little bit better job of, once he gets home, of making the play. He's very disruptive. Their production is trailing a little bit from that disruption and from that athleticism. He is very strong at the point of attack. He's very violent with his hands. He destroys tight ends in the run game. He is someone who is on early downs, has the ability to dominate right away, still developing as a rusher, still looking to add more moves, but this is an unbelievable talent to work with.
What a job from behind.
It's an excellent job by Shamar Stewart.
The coaches raved about Stewart's growth and improvement.
Mykel Williams from Georgia, edge rusher, a little over 6'5", 260 pounds. This is a physical specimen. He has outstanding length. He got unfortunately hurt against Clemson in the opening game and was never quite the same the rest of the season, dealing with a lower leg injury. When he is healthy, you can see a dynamic get-off.
Play fake, Ewers steps up, moves to his right. He's going to be sacked back at the 18. Mykel Williams gets the sack.
excellent burst off the line of scrimmage, has the ability to play on the edge or slide inside and rush over a guard. He has a shake bull move where you'll see him stutter and then just knock back blockers with his power that he's able to generate. Also has a nice swipe move, using his hands exceptionally well.
Pressure from the edges. Ewers hit. The ball comes out. Michael Williams tipped the ball out.
He can set the edge all day long in the run game. That is not an issue. In terms of sack production, it's a little bit limited, but you can dream on the upside of Michael Williams just with the size, the length, the explosiveness. I do feel like there's some development to take place, but provided he gets with the right coaching staff, sky's the limit with the ability he possesses.
Mike Green is an ultra productive edge rusher for the Thundering Herd at a little over 6'3", 251 pounds. He knows how to rush the passer. Excellent quickness, burst off the line of scrimmage. He can really stack moves.
There it is, sack number 8 for the most feared pass rusher.
If he doesn't win right away, he can escape. He can win with his second rush.
Mike Green under pressure and a sack from one of the nation's best, Mike Green.
You'll see him with spin moves. He can jolt blockers with power. He played excellent in the Ohio State game when he had a chance to step up in competition. He also had a big-time performance at the Reese's Senior Bowl practices, including the rep of the week where he was able to run right through Josh Connerly, a very talented tackle from the University of Oregon. So the effort is there, the production is there. This is a guy who really knows how to rush the passer out of Marshall.
Mike Green trips him up, and down he goes.
One of the best edge rushers in the country, Mike Green.
Shamar Stewart, quarterback, Colorado, 6'1.5", 212 pounds. Someone who's added some weight through the process. Looked good at the scouting combine. I can tell he's really worked hard to continue to get stronger. This is a touch, accuracy, and toughness quarterback. Let's start first of all with the toughness.
2nd and 4, Sanders again, fires, caught, touchdown!
Did not have the luxury of playing behind a good offensive line for his 2 years at the University of Colorado and took a beating, but somehow kept getting up, hung in the pocket, and made some big-time throws under duress.
3rd down. Sanders again. He's elusive. He's going to let it fly. And it is caught.
He is excellent anticipation. You can see him anticipate windows, get the ball out with touch and with accuracy. He does not have a big power arm. The arm strength is good enough, but it's not on the elite level. There are some times inside the pocket where he starts to drift. He took a lot of sacks behind this offensive line, a lot of them the fault of the offensive line, but also some instances where he was drifting in the pocket. Those are areas he can continue to improve. I think it's going to be key that he finds the right fit in an offense that will really feature his anticipation and accuracy.
It is Sanders, and he will waltz in. Touchdown, Colorado!
Tevin McMillan, wide receiver from Arizona, is a big, good-looking wideout at over 6'4". He's 219 pounds. The comparison is easy to make with Drake London when Drake London was coming out of USC, and we've seen the receiver he's blossomed into with the Atlanta Falcons. Very tall, very rangy, not the most sudden mover, but very smooth and can really gain ground with that big stride. His calling card is the ball skills and the catch radius. He can play above the rim. He can adjust like crazy to make some insane catches. His body control is excellent. That is what makes him special.
McMillan turns it upfield. Sometimes he just makes it look easy. So physically gifted.
There is still some urgency I'd like to see at times where you could be a little bit more urgent in his release and the way he gets in and out of breaks at the top of routes. But this is a smooth, fluid athlete that it should be a touchdown machine once you get down in the red zone. Just think of a basketball player that can really go up and get the ball. He is outstanding at it, and that will be the strength of his ball game as soon as he gets to the next level.
T-Mac! Oh, man. This kid is a baller.
Amaka Ibuka, wide receiver from Ohio State, is almost 6'1". He's 202 pounds. This is someone with a lot of experience at Ohio State and experience in big games and on big stages. First of all, off the field, coaches and everyone at Ohio State raves about his maturity, his leadership, and his work ethic, and it shows up on the field. He is someone who is a clean route runner. He can get up to top speed in a hurry. He tracks the ball extremely well. Jackson Smith and Jigba, there's some similarities to him when he was at Ohio State. The toughness to play through contact is there. Someone that's very dependable, very reliable. Amon-Ra St. Brown is another name that comes to mind when you watch him with his body type and just the strength and physicality that he plays with. This is a polished player. There's not a lot of development needed. He's ready to make an impact right away as a rookie.
Play action flipped wide open. Ibuka, touchdown Ohio State.
Tyler Booker is a big, physical, mauling guard for the Crimson Tide. He's almost 6'5". He's 321 pounds with very long arms. Ideal size, strength, and instincts when you watch him. He is very firm in pass protection. He can really drop his weight, set a firm anchor. You want guys on the interior who can give you that depth of a pocket, and he's able to do that because of his immediate anchor. He takes excellent angles in the run game. He's someone who's going to be more of a power gap scheme blocker. You're going to use his strength to move people at the point of attack.
A hole on the left side, and Alabama's on the board on an 8-yard touchdown run.
He's not quite as effective when he's out in space. That's an area you can continue to see him grow and develop.
Tyler Booker and Parker Brailsford cleared the way. Touchdown, Jalen Milroe.
He is loved at the University of Alabama. They rave about his leadership there. Someone at the school referred to him to me as the Will Anderson of their offense. Someone who's taken other offensive linemen under his wing. Someone who understands the game extremely well. This is a pro's pro. Someone who should have an immediate impact and should be a day one starter.
Will Johnson, corner, Michigan, is almost 6'2", 194 pounds. He's a big, good-looking, long, rangy corner for the Wolverines. Did not have the year he would have hoped for in 24, but if you go back to the tape in 23, you'll find a big, easy-moving, fluid corner with outstanding instincts and ball skills, particularly from off coverage. You can watch the USC game this year. You'll see him read through the receiver to the quarterback, drive, not only make a play on the football, but pick it off and return it for a touchdown. That's a glimpse into the athleticism and the playmaking that you get with Will Johnson. There are times in the run game I'd like to see him be a little bit more aggressive and a little more firm as a tackler. That led to a few misses. And there are some concerns about the deep speed. That is the question there. But I do think with his size, his ability to move, how fluid he is, and his instincts, this is someone who has a chance to be a very productive corner at the next level.
Johnson, one of the best quarterbacks in the country. Pick six.
Nick Ammon Warbey, safety, South Carolina. This is a rare height, weight, speed, physical specimen. At over 6'3", 220 pounds. He ran a 4.38 40 at the NFL Scouting Combine. He has the ability to play high as a safety, but I prefer him closer to the line of scrimmage. You see him as a big nickel, sub linebacker, just kind of filling that overhang role for a defense where he can use his eyes and instincts and then tap into that speed to undercut routes. You'll see multiple pick sixes on his tape this year where he can make plays on the ball, go get it, and take it to the house. I don't think he's quite as instinctive in the back half as he is closer to the line of scrimmage. Against the run, he takes excellent angles, and at his size, as you can imagine, he is a firm physical tackler with a very high batting average. So you have someone who can also blitz, he can cover underneath, he's good against the run. This is a very talented, very versatile player with outstanding size and speed, someone who should hear his name called in the middle of the first round.
It is intercepted. Free ball for Warbey. He's got his second pick of the game, and he's looking for a block. It's another South Carolina defensive score. A 66-yard pick six.
Matthew Golden, wide receiver from Texas, is 5'11", 191 pounds, ran a blistering 4.29 40 at the NFL Scouting Combine. This is one of the more polished wide receivers in this draft class. This is not just a north-south speed, maybe a little bit tight, what you see, guys that run this fast. This is a loose, polished, instinctive route runner with outstanding toughness. He does a great job of getting separation out of the break. He stays grounded through the catch. He runs right through the ball, doesn't have to cradle or protect himself. He really does trust his hands. He can break tackles, he can make you miss, and evidenced by the speed, he can run away from you as well. This is both a reliable and an explosive weapon in this year's draft class. I think that makes him quite unique, and that's what makes him, to me, someone worthy of hearing his name somewhere in the middle of the first round, and someone that's going to be hitting home runs very early in his NFL career.
Wide open and into the end zone is Matthew Golden.
Omar Hampton, running back from North Carolina, is one of the more intriguing players in this draft class. He's almost 6 foot tall. He's 221 pounds, a very firm 221 pounds, and ran a 4.46 40 at the NFL Scouting Combine. He is a big, explosive runner. He can get up to top speed in a hurry, and he runs hard.
Here's Hampton, hurdle to man, driving and scores. Wow.
You can see opportunities where defenders have a clean run at him from the side. I'm talking 20 yards worth of a sprint from the outside in, and he literally bounces off those defenders because of his strength and balance as a runner.
Big hole up the middle, still on his feet, inside the 20, bounces off a tackler and scored.
He likes to press the hole and then make a quick decision. Once he does, he puts his foot in the ground and he can really burst north and south.
Hampton, and he will roll into the end zone, a touchdown. Can't even tackle him.
He does have some looseness to him to be able to make defenders miss out in space. And once he does get out there, he has the home run speed as evidenced by his 40 time to go make some big plays happen. In the pass game, he has strong, reliable hands, catches the ball well, and he's more than willing as a blocker in pass protection. Omar Hampton, one of the complete players in this draft class, someone who I think is going to have an opportunity to be a Rookie of the Year candidate right when he gets into the league. That type of ability.
Omar Hampton breaks a tackle. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
Jahad Campbell, linebacker from the University of Alabama, almost 6'3", 235 pounds. He ran an impressive 4.52 40 at the NFL Scouting Combine. This was a player who was recruited as an edge rusher out of high school, but upon arrival at Alabama, quickly realized there were 2 first-round edge rushers already on campus. So him and the coaches, they got together, decided they wanted to get him on the field, so they moved him to an off-the-ball linebacker role, and he's continued to grow and get better each year for the Crimson Tide.
Flea flicker on the second play, and ripped down is Brady Cook.
He has big-time speed and lateral range. He flashes the ability to thump off blocks and make plays inside the box. And he's also been given some opportunities on occasion to rush off the edge, and that's what gets me really excited about his game.
He is pressure, that ball's loose. That is recovered by Alabama.
He can burst, he can bend, and he can finish as an edge rusher. Now, he's only 235 pounds, but he does have the frame to carry more weight, and I would not be surprised if some teams do that. Try and bulk him up, make him a full-time edge rusher because he has that type of talent and natural feel as a rusher. In the meantime, you can play him off the ball. He's a dynamic blitzer. He can really run and cover. There's a lot to love about the versatility of Jahad Campbell.
Down he goes, Jahad Campbell.
Will Campbell, offensive tackle, LSU, almost 6'6", 319 pounds. This is someone who does not have the desired length. His arm length came in a little bit shorter than you'd like at under 33 inches. Some believe he'll end up playing guard. I still like him as a tackle because even though with his lack of length, which allows defenders to get to his chest, he is such an incredible athlete. He's able to recover, he's able to really drop his weight and able to get the job done at left tackle. He's very aware. He's got outstanding instincts. He bends his knees, he keeps his hands in tight, and even when he gets bull rushed, he might give a little ground, but he can really recover and stop the charge. In the run game, when he is able to fit up and stay attached, it's excellent. There are some times where he slips off blocks. Like to see him be a little bit more consistent in the run game. And talking to folks at LSU, a lot of NFL players in that group, but he's only one of 4 who started his first game as a true freshman, never lost his job, and never missed time. So that is definitely noteworthy. The dependability, the availability, very important at the left tackle position.
Barron is an excellent secondary player for the Texas Longhorns. He's just under 5'11", 194 pounds, and ran in the 4.3s at the NFL Scouting Combine. can play outside. He can play inside at nickel. You could even drop him back and play him at safety if you'd like.
Back who stands and delivers on the sidelines. It's intercepted. Picked up by Barron.
He's very tough, very smart, very explosive, and very instinctive.
They're down in 3 as that never had a chance. It was Barron again.
I believe his best position at the next level is going to be as a nickel corner, someone who reminds me a lot of Cooper DeJean when he was coming out of Iowa. We've seen the impact that he can have on the ball game. He's got excellent quickness. His eyes are outstanding, sees the field well.
Look at his eyes already. He's watching a quarterback more than he is the receiver. The receiver's in his peripheral vision.
And he is a very dependable and reliable tackler in the run game. So you can blitz him, he can play the run, he makes plays on the football. All around, an excellent football player for the Longhorns.
It is intercepted. Jahad Barron the takeaway.
Arman Meu, offensive tackle, University of Missouri, a little over 6'4", 332 pounds, who was incredible at the NFL scouting combine when he ripped off a 4.9 140.
4.91
at that height and weight.
Goodness gracious.
He is thick and square at the right tackle position. He plays with long arms, uses his length to keep defenders off of his chest. He really bends easy. He's a natural mover. You'll see him explode out of his stance, and that kind of displays some of his athleticism and explosion. He can redirect really naturally, really easily. Everything he does is very smooth. Some teams believe he'd be better off playing inside. I like him holding up at tackle, whether that's on the right side where he played in college, or even potentially moving over to the left side. I think he is ready to be a long-term NFL starter. He's young, he's still developing, and he has some rare physical tools. Cam Ward, quarterback, University of Miami. Cam Ward is in his third college stop after beginning at Incarnate Word, then making his way to Washington State before having a phenomenal final campaign at the University of Miami. He's a compact build. He's just under 6'2", 219 pounds. He has a very live arm. That's the first thing you'll notice when you study Cam. The ball jumps out of his hand. He can throw from a variety of postures and arm angles. He is very freewheeling and loose in terms of how he can throw the football, which leads to a lot of incredible plays, as well as some over-aggressiveness at times and some turnovers. So finding a way to harness that will be key at the next level. But he has quick feet, quick hands. He's excellent in the RPO game. He'll take the free yards that are presented to him as a runner, and there is tremendous upside with Cam Ward. Every stop that he's made, he's gotten better, and I don't see that being an exception once he gets to the NFL. I do believe his best football is still to come.
Ward's going to take off, diving, touchdown Cam Ward.
Collin Lovelin, tight end from Michigan, almost 6'6", 248 pounds. He is a long, lean, very athletic tight end for the Wolverines. Someone who at his height and size is excellent getting in and out of breaks as a route runner, which leads to a lot of separation. He attacks the ball with his hands. He's got strong, reliable hands with a big catch radius. He can really go up and play above the rim and win in contested catch opportunities because of that athleticism, length, and jumping ability. After the catch, he can run away from you. He's got some make miss, and he also has displayed a real physical stiff arm to get away from tacklers. In the run game, he's consistent. He does a good job of staying connected. He's not the best finisher. I think as you see him grow and get stronger, you'll see an improvement in that department. But make no mistake about it, Collin Lovelin is going to be very quarterback friendly and is ready to make an impact day one in the NFL.
Wide open, touchdown Lovelin.
Tyler Warren, tight end, Penn State. He's 6'5.5", 256 pounds, massive target for the Nittany Lions. He's someone that is used in a variety of roles in this offense. They will use him inline as a tight end. They'll flex him out. He will serve some time as the wildcat quarterback in short yardage. They can use him in a variety of capacities. And just a very versatile, athletic player at his size. Running routes, he's better on the move. Think about him running down the seam or crossers, using that big frame to wall off and box out defenders down the field. He's physical after the catch. You'll see defenders just bounce off of him. So I love the size and the physicality he has there. Still some work to do in terms of getting in and out of breaks and some of the more polished nuances of the position, but this is a big physical pass catcher. In the run game, very physical and strong at the point of attack. He can absolutely dominate with his ability to take second level defenders, latch on and drive. You saw that in the playoff game against SMU. The power that he possesses to displace defenders is very evident. I think this is going to be a quarterback friendly target that's going to go in the top 10 of the upcoming draft.
Jump ball for Tyler Warren. Touchdown.
Jaylen Walker, linebacker / edge rusher from the University of Georgia. He's 6'1", 243 pounds. He splits his time playing off the ball for the Georgia defense, as well as an opportunity to rush off the edge, which is where you see some special things from him. He is very compact. He is very explosive. He does not give you a lot of surface area to block. He can win with speed. He can win with power. And he also has a nifty counter rush to be able to get tackles leaning in one direction, cross their face, and make plays. He has elite change of direction. He is just an excellent athlete. And when you talk to the folks at Georgia, they rave about his leadership. They say he has been the tone setter for this defense. I look at some players in the NFL that you've seen coming from the University of Georgia who did a lot of different things in this defense in college and really shown what they can do at the next level in the NFL. You think about Travon Walker and what he's done for the Jacksonville Jaguars as he's continued to grow and develop into a really good player. Then I think of Quay Walker and how his role has continued to grow and evolve for the Green Bay Packers. The explosiveness, the versatility, I think will serve Jaylen Walker quite well at the next level.
Pressure from Jaylen Walker, their leading sack man.
Mason Graham from Michigan, defensive tackle, 6'3.5". He is 296 pounds at the NFL Scouting Combine. This is someone who has a wrestling background, and it shows when you study him. I wrote the words block destruction numerous times on my paper when watching him play. He's able to leverage underneath blocks, use his hands, discard blockers, and find his way to the football. His vision and instincts are outstanding. He's able to locate the ball, close, and make plays. The range against the run is very evident. He can make plays outside the tackle box, and the effort is tremendous. As a pass rusher, I still think there's upside there. Continue to add to his arsenal of moves, but has a nice club rip move that he wins with. And again, the effort, run, and pass is excellent. Mason Graham, I think, is a very good player right now, and I do think his best football is yet ahead of him.
Mason Graham making an impact.
Ashton Genty, running back from Boise State. He's 5'8.5", 211 pounds, who has a unique upright stance, something you don't see very often. It's very specific to how he plays. There's no real reason for it. It's just different. But he has tremendous balance and burst as a runner. Some of the best contact balance that I've ever seen. There's just not a lot of surface area to hit on Ashton Genty when he gets in the hole, and you'll see him bounce off of tacklers and hit a lot of home runs. The quickness in and out, the stop-start ability is excellent. In the pass game, he's someone you're going to want to get out in the route, catches the ball really naturally. In pass protection, he's quick to ID blitzers and more, sit and absorb pass rushers and blitzers versus attacking them. That's an area of his game he could improve. Also notable, a lot of carries on him over the last couple years, and does have 9 fumbles total over the last 2 years. So protecting the football will be key for him going forward, but one of the elite special players in this year's draft class.
And he does what nobody else in the game can do.
Abdul Carter, edge rusher from Penn State, is one of the elite players in this draft class. He's about 6'3", 250 plus pounds. He's an elite rusher. Began his career off the ball as an off-the-ball linebacker, but when he got a chance to rush this past season, you saw all of his talent really shine through. Big time elite burst off the line of scrimmage. He's able to win early in the down because of his speed. He can bend at the top of his rush and flatten towards the quarterback. He's got outstanding instincts. When he feels a tackle is overset, he's able to cross right underneath his face and get to the quarterback. Against the run, very easy, can stack and hold blocks at the point of attack with real strong, firm hands, and can chase with elite speed on the backside of the play. He truly is an elite player who, in the college football playoffs, with only one arm, dealing with an injury, was still the most dominant player on the field. Has battled a little bit of a foot issue in the spring, but I would be shocked if he does not hear his name called in one of the first 3 picks of the upcoming draft.
Oh, Abdul Carter!
Travis Hunter, the do-it-all stud from the University of Colorado, just over 6 foot, 188 pounds, is someone who's done things we have not seen on the college football field as a full-time wide receiver and corner. Let's start first of all at wide receiver. He is smooth, fluid, and has tremendous burst once the ball gets in his hands. He's a creative route runner. He's able to generate a lot of separation out of his breaks. He does not have any wasted movement in the way he moves offensively. Outstanding ball skills, can go get the ball down the field, track it over his shoulder, or adjust to underthrown balls with tremendous athleticism and body control. On the defensive side of the ball at corner, he's at his best in off coverage where he can see through the wide receiver to the quarterback, anticipate and drive on routes. Very, very explosive in his plant and drive, and those ball skills on the offensive side of the ball obviously translate quite well on the defensive side of the ball. It'll be interesting to see what he does at the next level in terms of where he majors and minors. I don't see him as playing full-time on both sides of the ball at the NFL level over a long season. That would be a big ask. It's most likely easier to major on defense and minor on offense, but either way, Travis Hunter is going to be a fun toy for whoever picks him in the top 5 of the draft.
Travis Hunter! Put the cape on him already!